Hi, and welcome to the I Am Vets Community News Podcast. I'm Celeste Chandler, and welcome. If you're tuning in with us through YouTube, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you can be notified each time we have a new podcast. Also, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and iTunes. Don't forget to follow us on which platform you listen to us on. Thank you. And today we have a special guest. We have Tierra Moore, and she's here to talk to us about rain sanitary napkins. Thank you so much, Tierra, for being here.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
All right, so tell us what makes your sanitary napkins better than the ones that we find at the stores.
Yes, so Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins are not just a menstrual pad, it is actually a problem solver. So we all know of somebody, who suffers with the cramping, maybe the odor, the PMSing, maybe having a long cycle, infections, irritation. The list goes on and on.
Yes, it does.
All of us have at some point has some type of problem with our period or know somebody who has, right?
Right.
So our product actually provides a solution to those problems. Yes,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
amazing.
Tell us how it works. I cut it.
Okay, so our product is first of all is non-toxic, it's plant-based, nice, soft, silky, comfortable against your skin. I mean, it's just amazing. You don't even feel like you have anything on.
All right.
And it has a strip in there that has a therapeutic benefit. So it has negative ions in there that's going to help with your pH balance. It's going to also help regulate your period. So some of us, we may bleed a little too heavy, a little too long. Those negative ions are going to help bring all that in balance. We also have a Nobel Prize winning material in our product called graphene. And graphene is carbon atoms, but what it does is it detoxifies the body. So as your body is menstruating, the graphene is pulling those toxins out, helping to detox you, helping to cleanse you.
Well, detoxification is definitely an important thing for our
Yes,
bodies to have.
definitely important.
Yeah.
And that strip also fights inflammation. So inflammation is associated with pain. So
Yes,
people who cramp, it's going to help alleviate your cramps or significantly reduce your cramps. We also have people wearing our panty liners in their shoes.
Yes, we do. I have one in my shoe right now.
Yes, that helps with the foot pain. So remember, it fights inflammation, so that helps with the foot pain as well.
It does. It really does. When I met you guys, I had a level 6 pain level, and now it's 2, so it goes down to 2. Sometimes it's 1, really, because I suffer from calluses on the bottom of my feet from the military. So when I put it in my shoe and I put my foot in the shoe, it felt better right away.
Yes.
It really did. And then when I started walking, I could tell, and it doesn't feel like it's swollen as much. It really feels good.
Yes. And that's the panty liners without the wings. So that's the one you want to put in your shoe. And then our pad also keeps you nice and comfortable and dry because we have a plant-based polymer in our product that holds up to 300 times its weight in liquid.
Wow.
So that's going to make it 10 times more absorbent than a brand you'll find in the store. We tested our products against a lot of other pads, and I mean a lot. And none of them compare to our pad in terms of absorbency.
Yeah.
So that means you're not having to change as often throughout the day. You're not going to feel wet. I mean, that's just a horrible feeling. Just being on your cycle and feeling wet, that's just horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So we alleviate that problem by having a very, very absorbent polymer in our product. So you're going to feel nice, comfortable, and dry throughout the day. You're not having to change as often. And then, of course, you have the therapeutic benefit of having the reductions in cramping, odor, wetness, long periods. Your period cycle length reduces, period days reduces. Now, I'm going off of the testimonies that we get from people who wear the product.
Right.
But I also wear the product.
Okay.
So my cycle was 7 to 10 days before I started wearing rain. Okay. Now I'm down to 4 days.
All right.
4 days from 10, that cut my cycle in half. Okay. Right. I also used to have a little bit of an odor. I'm not gonna lie, ladies, had a little bit of an odor during that time of the month. I don't have any type of smell anymore. And I used to cramp. I used to cramp really, really bad. Had to pop Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol was what I used to use for my cramp. So I don't even have to take pills, anything.
That's good. That's
amazing.
Good. All right. All
yes.
right. So is how easy it is to get their hands on your product.
Super duper easy. You can go online. You can order your products online. We even have a subscription service available. So you can set up your auto shipment, set it and forget it, comes to your house automatically. You don't have to worry about going to the store. It gets shipped right to your door. Isn't
That's
that
good.
convenient?
That's good.
Yes. And
And
then,
and I was just say, that's good on absorbency,
mhm.
maybe is it safe to wear it like not change as much as you would a normal pad?
Yes, because it does have the natural antibacterial agent in there as well. Now we
Okay.
don't recommend wearing it all day,
Okay. Yeah.
because you still, on your cycle, you still sitting in waste, you still need to
Yeah.
change,
Right.
but you are not having to change as often, just running through pads. Because I had a heavy flow, and I was going through pads sometimes every hour, every 2 hours. So you can imagine how much I was spending on pads
Right.
every month.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that. So now you have the economic benefit because you're spending less money. You don't have to change as
Convenience too.
often. Convenience.
Yes.
Yes. So get on your auto shipment. Just have them come straight to your door. You don't have to worry about running out of pads. And then I have customers like, oh my God, I forgot to order my pads and I had to go and get it always pad. Now I'm bleeding heavy again. I'm like, girl, I told you to set up your auto ship. You didn't listen.
So tell us how to get on your website. Tell us how to get on your website
Yes.
and subscribe.
So my website is www.saveourjewels.com. That's saveourjewels.com. That has a double meaning because the woman is the jewel, right? You got to
And
protect
yes,
the most precious
indeed,
jewel in the
indeed,
world.
amen.
But down below, that's the jewel too. You
And
know what I mean?
yes,
So
yes,
we have to keep both protected. So
yes.
saveourjewels.com. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well, which is also Save Our Jewels. So when you check out, you'll see a little button for auto ship. You just click that, set the date that you want to have it come. It could be every month, it could be every other month, just depending on whatever you want. And boom, you're done.
Well, I definitely would recommend them. So yeah, yeah. I use the panty lines and then I put the in my shoe. It's all good.
Yes.
So thank you so much for introducing me.
Yes.
And I think every woman should at least try it at least one time just to see how it
Absolutely.
works.
And we have products for every flow. So we got you covered. No matter what your period type is, we got you covered.
All right. Well, we have your business partner, James, who's gonna come up and tell us, a little bit about, some more about rain.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, James. Just pause for these messages. That's how we change. Very good. Very good. Come close to me. Move the table back. Okay, so James, I'm just curious, being a male, what approach do you come when you talk to women about rain?
Well, one of the things is every year there's over 600,000 hysterectomies,
Mm.
and the majority of those happen to minority women. So when I sit and I meet a minority woman, it just feels like family. And it's instead of thinking of it as taboo, I think of it as a ministry. So I carry my Peak the Interest cards everywhere I go.
Okay.
And I just rip one out and I said, oh, by the way, this may not be for you, but here's the different challenges our women are dealing with. If this is not you, don't worry about it. Share it with a woman you love and care about. It may be a daughter, a niece, a church member, somebody at your sorority, right?
Okay.
And then if you decide that you want to order, on the back is a website you can go to. This is hannahsmith.jewelpads.com. And as Tiara was saying, you can do an auto ship and they come straight to your door.
Okay.
So during COVID, our company actually doubled in size because people were afraid to go out and go to the store and mix up with a lot of people. We ship straight to the door.
Okay. Okay. So, um, tell us about maybe some testimonies that you've heard from other women who have had success with rain.
But we don't want to make medical claims, but on our website, we have a testimonial page.
Right.
One of my very first customers, I met her. She was on day 7 of a 19-day cycle. And I had never heard of a 19-day cycle. But she said that in April of that year, her cycle had gone from 7 days to 10. And then in May, it went to 12. And then it was 19 days. So when I met her, she was actually on day 7 of a 19-day cycle. She looked anemic. She had fingernails were blue. She looked like she was about to pass out. And I
Mm.
said, being an old medic, I said, "Are you all right? Are you okay?" She said, "No." So we got her some juice. And then she said, "I'm very anemic. I'm a 2 and 2 girl." Of course, I didn't know what that meant. She said, "I wear 2 super tampons, 2 super pads, and sometimes
Wow.
I have to put on an adult diaper, and I may still have to get a shot back to clean up after myself."
Wow.
And that blew me away. So I gave her one of the heavy pads and a panty liner. And of course, she put on the heavy pads. She called me back 3 days later and said, "I'm on day 10 and my cycle went back to normal. I completely stopped." So
All
she
right.
lost 9 days the first month. And then the second month, it went down to 7, then it went down to 4. What she did is she said she was going to save the rain panty liners for another day, and she was going to use up the pack she had used before, the store bought pack.
Mm-hmm.
So she put them on. I got a call in 4 hours. Her cycle had gone to full on hemorrhaging again.
Wow.
And I told her, "Take them off, throw them away, and try ours." In half an hour, her cycle went back to normal. She said, "My cycle's normal. You know what I mean?" And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Not really, but I'll take your word for it."
Okay.
She had 2 daughters. One had polycystic ovarian syndrome, one was dealing with toxic shock. She said she's the one that brought the pads in her house for all 3 of them. And after they used the pads, all of them were much better.
That's good. That's awesome. That's all right. Well, that sounds awesome, James. Thank you so much, you and Tierra, for coming.